There has been some complaints received by the South African Human Rights Commission. It ranges back to something like 5 years that the conditions in the Vaal Dam are unacceptable. And then the South African Human Rights Commission conducted an inspection in loco. In other words, we visited the area so as to satisfy ourselves as the South African human rights to see the conditions in the Vaal.
Yeah.
And then we discovered that the infrastructure is aging. There is an aging infrastructure. As a result thereof, there is a lack of water management and the like.
Yeah.
And I must also emphasize that this violates a number of fundamental rights guaranteed in the Constitution. You can talk about the right to dignity, the freedom and security of a person, the environment that is not harmful to the health and well-being of the people. And also it affects the right to health, because it deprives the people the right to health care and also to food and to water, social justice, justice action, the rights of children to be protected from maltreatment and degradation. So
Yeah.
that is the key. That is the key.
All right.
Situation.
Let's talk then, Mr. Sibanyoni, about what government has been doing. You stated right at the outset that it's been 5 years since this problem has been going on for. Government, whether it be through the Department of Water and Sanitation, or whether you talk about the Defense Department, for example, they have been saying that they are doing something about this dam. Are you saying that all these purported efforts have come to naught?
Well, I must concede that there has been some efforts. You talk about the Department of Defense. They put soldiers there to guard that there should be no vandalization of the infrastructure. And then also there were some companies or service providers that were employed to clean the water. But at some times, from time to time, you find that there is lapse of these services.
Mr. Sibanyoni,
yes, sir.
Is there evidence that government is doing anything about the infrastructure that you say is dilapidating? Because if that is not being done, then there is no hope that that dam will be restored.
It is fairly done, not to the level that us, as the custodian of human rights, will require them to do. It is not reached that stage where we can say, yes, we are satisfied, everything is done to protect the fundamental rights of the people at the length and breadth of our country, but especially around Emfuleni, around the Vaal.
And what rights then do residents of Emfuleni have? What legal recourse could they mount against the local government, against the province, and perhaps all the way up to national? Because national government, I would strongly suggest that this is their competency.
Yeah, let me precise that by saying, as the Human Rights Commission, we have been calling upon the provincial government, the local municipality, and there has been some good cooperation. I must mention that. And then to answer your question directly as to what rights people can do, they can lodge their complaints at the South African Human Rights Commission so that we take the action, because we are given the mandate, protective mandate, so far as the people are concerned. And if there is a person who has suffered any damages, either by drinking the water that is not suitable for human consumption, and then if a person can prove that as a result of that, a person might have either became ill or suffered any damages, a civil action, in other words, a claim can ensue.
Well, let me jump in exactly there, Mr. Sibanyoni, because you will, in all probability, agree with me that the people of Emfuleni, I'm not going to say all of them, but the reality of South Africa is that these are poor people who have no financial means to mount any legal action. What can you do as a human rights body to not just help them legally, but investigate in such a way that you are able to determine that person X, as a result of drinking water or being exposed to sewage that is running in front of their yard, now their health has been compromised, and therefore assist with the civil suit?
Well, you know, if it's a specific person, that becomes a civil case. And as the South African Human Rights Commission, we are only a custodian of the human rights. We can advise, we can refer a person who is indigent, a person who does not have resources for paying any legal fees, what other forums that can assist him, but him or her. But as the South African Human Rights Commission, we are having powers through the South African, the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, as well as an enabling legislation, the South African Human Rights Commission Act number 40 of 2013, in terms of which we follow up any complaint that we have received, or on our own initiative, we take it upon ourselves to correct whatever wrongs that they have been committed, because we are regarded as watchdogs on human rights. We've got what I always say, it's barking powers and biting powers. We start by barking to say, please correct 1, 2, 3. And if that is not done, and then we take it to the court, equality court, that is our mandate. We are using our strategic impact litigation, or our protective mandate.
All right, Mr. Sibanyoni, we will certainly hold you to that you're not just a barking institution, as you say in your words, but you also have the ability to bite. It's been going on for 5 years, this situation, and people need your help. So thank you very much.